Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Dub Customs, where today we are going to be installing some more parts on my project car, the Red Edition Focus RS. Now we're also here today with the Heritage RS. I want to talk a little bit about that later on and whether I should do some modifications. Remember, it's a car that is only one of 50 in total, but let me first show you through all of the different parts that we've got and what we're going to be installing here today. As you can see, we have come out to Dub Customs today with both of my Mark III Focus RSs, the Red Edition and the Heritage Edition, and there are a fair few new parts that we're going to be installing, which I will show you through in a second. But I am kind of getting the bug for this and enjoying modifying this car, the Red Edition project, an awful lot, which almost makes me want to do some changes to the very rare Heritage Edition as well, but we'll get onto that later on. So just by way of an update, we are completely overhauling this car. Anything we can think of, pretty much we are doing to it. So we started off by retrimming the interior at Proto Trim, then we came here to Dub Customs to install the Ventus Veloce carbon fiber aero kit that you can see all around the car. We did a few more small bits and bobs, and then the last update was the new wheels installed at Posh Wash. We have the BBS CI-R wheels inspired by motorsport, a lightweight wheel wearing Michelin Sport Cup 2 rubber, a sticky tire, basically preparing the car for the engine modifications to come and, well, the track days ahead that this will be enjoyed on. But there have been a couple of things we didn't do yet that need to be done. Changing away from the standard gloss black door mirrors to some carbon fiber ones. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of the stock antenna, so we're going to be changing that for a shark fin style. We also did the gold RS badging around the spoiler, on the boot lid, and also on the front, which matched at the time with the gold wheels, but with those being changed to the satin platinum silver color, we need to update the logos as well, so we're going to work on that. So down here at the front, you can see the stockpile of new goodies. We're going to be focusing in the engine bay today a little bit as well. So we've worked with Kuro Carbon, who have provided these very, very nice components to go inside there, the engine cover and the different parts that you can see as well. We've also got from Car Enhancements UK, the door sills. So these are actually illuminated RS door sills. We've got both white and red lighting, so we're going to experience those and make a choice for the front door sills too. I've got some new carbon fiber mirror caps. And then from Paintmodz, we have the shark fin. We also have the washer jets, dipped carbon as well. So those will look a little bit nicer on the bonnet here than the regular standard ones for the window washers. From the RS Owners Club, I love my Heritage RS bag. We've been using that to bring some of the stuff around. But then we are also going to do a few small bits to this car. So we have the satin metallic grey vinyl wrap that we're going to do on the roof, because we did this on my blue RS and it basically makes the car look just a touch lower. So we're going to wrap around the sunroof, change the shark fin on this as well, but the colour will match almost perfectly with the spoiler. Of course, that's not a permanent modification, that's just something temporary, and will maybe lead on to other things in the future. So, early stages, lots to do. Let's get cracking on. Quick thing before we do, we've added plenty of shirts to the Shmee 150 shop, including the one that I'm wearing now, which connects to this car in fact, because this photo was taken by one of our photographers, Seb T Photography, during the ring wing ting, which of course took us to the Nürburgring, where this car is going to be completely at home when all is finished. But let's take a look inside the engine bay really quickly. I'll open this up so I can show you the parts that we're going to be changing, and you'll see quite how good this is going to look afterwards. So the catch is just here. This is all completely stock inside the car. Obviously, there will be a lot of work to be done to the engine itself, but we have the fairly plasticky looking engine cover, the battery cover, the fuse box cover, and the coolant container there. And now we have these lovely components from Kuro Carbon. So this, for example, you can see is going to go right on here. And when we've changed all of these, especially, just look at this closely, it's lovely. When we put these parts everywhere, inside the engine bay is going to look really very, very nice. So let's get cracking on with it. Doing this one piece at a time, this was super easy. Just had to unscrew, take off the hose, put the new part on. The cover for the battery looks very nice as well. So we've got two more bits of the Kuro Carbon, the fuse box cover, and then also the main engine cover itself. But meanwhile, the guys are preparing the roof here. So to wrap the roof of the RS, the rails have been taken out so that it can be wrapped underneath. Of course, there's going to need to be a trim around the sunroof because you don't want to wrap straight over the roof. And then this piece, this panel at the rear is going to be done separately. And obviously there's a template cut to go over the original shark fin that you have the radio antenna on the roof, which is really not very smart. But what it effectively does by having the roof darker, just makes the car look a touch lower by bringing down the bulk of the colour slightly, the average kind of height of the middle of it. Something I really, really liked on the blue RS. And this colour is a dead-on match to the mirrors and to the roof spoiler as well, so this is going to work perfectly. It is time now for the final piece in the engine bay. We've got the fuse box cover in. I'm a complete carbon fibre fiend, and this is just looking awesome. So we've got the 4 different poppers, rubber poppers on the back of this, which literally should, in theory, be able to just pop in to place. Where are they? In like that. Peel this back, and look at that carbon fibre engine bay. That is lovely. So next up we have here from Paintmodz the windscreen washer jets. These have been dipped in carbon, but those will basically poke through to the other side, replacing the stock ones that we have. So we're going to change those around, and full carbon bonnet. But that looks awesome. Top work, Kuro Carbon. Those went through pretty easily, but interestingly, you can now see the difference between real carbon fibre with the Ventus Veloce bonnet and the dipped carbon fibre that we have on the nozzle. But in any case, those are slightly nicer than the satin ones we had before, the satin plasticky bits just being hooked in behind. But I can reach through and show you how this looked. That was the original part. Not desperately exciting compared to what we have now. Before we get back to the roof on the Heritage, we are now going to attack the shark fin from Paintmodz. So the same guys who did my car keys to differentiate which one is for which car. This is going to replace the normal antenna on the roof of the car. So yes, it might lose a little bit in terms of signal, but it's going to look so much better than this silly thing that sticks out of the top. So we are going to unscrew this, get rid of this. Inside the shark fin, you can see that there is an antenna just inside there. It's going to attach with some screws and simple things just to make sure that this goes in and will be held on to actually work effectively. Are we in? Yeah, we're getting that in. And then we're going to have to wipe this down before we actually stick it. But you can see effectively how this works. It will go down over the top, and that looks massively better matching with the roof than having this sticking out. Also, when I've got the car cover on the car, this causes a big problem. You can imagine it stretches the material quite badly. So this is significant improvement. That's now stuck down, completely in place. So hopefully that's going to be a massive improvement. Next, we are going to get rid of these, which were so lovely made at the time, but they're going to be changed now to ones that will fit more with the colour of the wheels. And in fact, we've got a better silver for the purpose. Those will now match. Equally, the one around here at the back, although that's going to be slightly more fiddly to remove. So we'll get the 4 of those done as well. The roof wrap is being done, and the colour is an absolute spot-on match for the satin body parts we have. So the main panel will be done, this rear section will be done, and I think this is going to look pretty good. We've also got a new shark fin for this as well. It's going to go over the top to match with this. Terry's actually just wrapped that literally to be the exact same colour. So it's going to be pretty perfect. The excess can be removed. And when you think about it, the roof rails will go back in here. Obviously this will look very tidy afterwards. The next part of this to be done then is the door sills. So the standard sills, I guess they work. They are quite nice, to be honest, compared to having nothing there. But these from Car Enhancements UK are much, much better. And this is going to be illuminated when it's done. So there's a bit of work to that process to get started, to pull back the rubbers, get it wired in, and get that up and illuminated. Fairly easy process to get rid of the old one. It is time then to see it illuminated. So that looks good. That's cool. RS logo, the stripes in the center, the surround, and then obviously it will have the rubbers over the top. That's awesome. Very, very nice. While the sills and roof are being done, we have a set of tyres here, Focus RS tyres from Michelin, Pilot Sport 4S tyres, and a limited edition set at that I'm going to be giving away to one of you guys. So Focus RS tyres, you will see here, these are the limited edition with the velvet finish sidewalls. You can't actually get these anymore, and these are going to be going to the first person who comes down here to Dub Customs in a Mark III Focus RS and comes in and shouts, "Dub, give me the Michelins. That's what you're gonna do. The first person here is literally going to win those. Good luck to you guys. But back over to the Sills, which are now completed, fully installed and looking fantastic. Big shout out to Car Enhancements UK for these. They wire straight into the car, and that's a really, really nice upgrade to it. So those are now completed, which means we're just about getting there with the red RS. The guys over this way are doing a pretty good job with the roof of this, and you can see the shark fin now wrapped, like I said, to match. It needs to be attached, as we saw on the red one. But again, nice touches to finish it all off. The roof is done on the Heritage, the shark fin is on, the colours are fantastic, it works perfectly with the bits that were already here. Very happy with how that's turned out. But come have a look at our carbon fibre mirror caps. Now, I must confess, I bought these very cheaply on eBay, so I had no idea whether they were going to end up working or not. And well, let's just say that having taken out the glass and taken off the original mirror cap, the fit is like just not going to work, and I can show you that actually here. If I take the original cap from this side and the cap from the other side, you can see that the shape just doesn't really line up properly. There's a slightly kind of different, I mean, that's actually the perfect example, isn't it? Look at that. It's just not going to work, not going to happen. Cheap carbon mirror caps, fail. Those are not going to go on the car. Buy the proper stuff, like the Ventus Veloce parts and the Kuro Carbon parts in the bonnet, in the engine bay, and you're fine. But for now, we're gonna have to revert back to the standard ones, and I'm gonna have to continue my search. Those were the only Mark III Focus RS carbon caps we could find on eBay. It's a no-go. Back to stock for now. We'll hopefully get that sorted at some point in the future. Original mirror cap then, clips back in, nice and easily, as it should be. We were not gonna be able to do that with the cheap carbon ones. Got some progress to show you around the front here. Take a look at that RS badge now in silver. That is looking very, very good. It's actually kind of fun to see the two cars side by side. Here we've got the orange with the blue, and then we've got the red with the silver and grey accents all around it. All right then, a whole host of parts have been installed on the two RSs today at Dub Customs. Of course, doing the Kuro Carbon parts in the engine bay, various wraps and details, the decals on the red car, the roof on the Heritage here at Dub, the installation of the shark fin antennas for both cars, and then inside the red car, the door sills from Car Enhancements UK, which are super, super nice as well. But all of the details, the RS logos around there, also at the back, this car does need a bit of a clean. But like I said at the very beginning, the modding addiction is big. This car is so much fun. The difficulty is resisting the temptation to start going crazy with the Heritage and doing things that start to become a little bit more permanent. And the reason I say that, even though I intend to keep this car, is that it's literally one of 50 that has ever been made and will ever be made of the Heritage Edition Focus RS. And because of that, part of me feels like it really ought to be kept in the factory provided state as it came, without modifying in a permanent way anything about it. What do you think about this topic? Am I crazy thinking that? Is a 1 of 50 car special enough that I shouldn't touch it? Should I touch it? Should I change anything? Or should I keep the modifications to the complete project car in the form of the red edition? Certainly a fun position to be in, to be able to play around with these two cars. But I know many of you will ask, why two? Why am I doing this? Well, as winter draws nearer, with the M5 having been returned to BMW in Germany, the orange car is going to head over to my place in Germany over winter, four-wheel drive. I'll pop some winter tyres on it. The red car will stay in London, maybe joined by something else as well. So watch this space. Of course, we also have the tyres to give away from Michelin, the Pilot Sport 4S tyres, the limited edition version for the Mark III Ford Focus RS, available to the first one of you who gets here with a Focus RS Mark III, who says the words out loud, "Dub, give me the Michelins." Which one of you that's going to be remains to be seen. But for now, thank you very much to everybody involved in the next stage of our modifications today, and of course to you guys for watching the video as always. I appreciate your support. That's it for this time though. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.